talking to him. Not on OnlyFans, but in real life. You be eating hoes' asses. Shut the fuck up, I'm not finna do all this shit.
The internet went absolutely crazy when Natalie Nunn dropped a bombshell that left everyone, especially Joseline Hernandez, completely stunned. For years, Joseline and Ballistic's relationship had been painted as fiery but loyal. They were the couple who argued hard, loved harder, and seemed to thrive on chaos. But Natalie's revelation flipped that image upside down in seconds. During a heated conversation on Live, she boldly claimed that Ballistic had been creeping behind Joseline's back with her. At first, no one believed it. Fans thought it was another one of Natalie's dramatic stunts, something to stir the pot for attention. But then she started pulling out receipts, screenshots, late-night texts, even voice notes that sounded eerily like Ballistic. That's when social media went wild. Joseline's name started trending within minutes, and people flooded her page demanding answers. The situation was beyond messy. Joseline had built her whole image on being untouchable, the Puerto Rican princess who didn't take disrespect from anyone. But now it looked like the tables had turned. The same woman who'd publicly humiliated others on her show was suddenly the one being humiliated, and the world was watching every second of it. Was Natalie telling the truth? Or was this another manipulative move to ruin Joseline's empire? Either way, this scandal wasn't slowing down anytime soon. Because when it comes to Joseline Hernandez, drama doesn't just follow her, it explodes around her. The night started off like any other wild social media moment. Messy, loud, and full of attitude. Natalie Nunn was on Instagram Live, sipping wine and talking her talk, when she suddenly dropped a bombshell that silenced the entire chat. Out of nowhere, she claimed that she'd been having a secret affair with Ballistic Beats, Joseline Hernandez's longtime fiancé and business partner. At first, everyone thought it was a joke. Natalie was known for stirring the pot, but this was different. Her tone was dead serious. "Y'all really think Joseline's man is faithful? Girl, please. He's been calling me every night," she said, leaning closer to the camera, a sly grin spreading across her face. The comment section instantly exploded. Thousands of fans flooded the chat demanding proof. Natalie laughed and said, "Oh, I got the receipts. Don't play with me." Then she pulled out her phone, showing what looked like text messages from Ballistic, filled with flirty comments, heart emojis, and even a few private photos. Within minutes, screen recordings of her live started circulating across Twitter, TikTok, and blogs everywhere. Joseline's name began trending worldwide, and she hadn't even responded yet. Meanwhile, Ballistic was silent. No posts, no comments, nothing. Fans started digging into his old social media activity, trying to match up locations, timestamps, anything that could confirm Natalie's claims. Some people noticed that Ballistic had liked a few of Natalie's old photos, even left a comment months ago that said, "You killing it? Queen." It didn't look suspicious back then, but now it had a whole new meaning back in Atlanta. Sources close to Joseline said she was furious and ready to explode. She had just wrapped filming for a new show and was reportedly blindsided by the news while scrolling through her feed. According to one insider, Joseline called Ballistic immediately and demanded answers. She was screaming, crying, throwing things. She didn't believe it at first, but the receipts were everywhere. Everyone was tagging her. The insider said, within hours, the situation spiraled. Natalie kept going live, taunting Joseline and claiming she wasn't scared. She wanted to act like the queen of reality TV, but she couldn't keep her man faithful, Natalie said smugly. Fans were stunned by how bold she was being. Some said Natalie was lying for clout. Others pointed out how confident she seemed, as if she knew she had the upper hand. Joseline, known for her fiery temper, didn't stay quiet for long. Late that night, she finally went live, her face stone cold, eyes filled with rage. She didn't even say Natalie's name at first. "See, the devil be working overtime when you doing good," she began. "People out here lying on my man, trying to break something they could never have." But while she tried to keep calm, her voice cracked. You could see the hurt beneath the bravado. She kept saying he wouldn't do me like that, as if trying to convince herself more than anyone else. The comments were brutal. Half of them were fans defending her, saying Natalie was just being messy. The other half said, "Girl, check his phone." Then a blog posted an unverified screenshot allegedly showing Ballistic outside Natalie's hotel in LA a few weeks earlier. Whether it was real or not didn't matter by morning. Everyone believed it. Producers from Joseline's show reportedly panicked. They were worried this scandal could mess with upcoming episodes and sponsorship deals. But Joseline didn't care. She wanted to confront Natalie face to face. Word spread that she was already planning to pull up to a Zeus event where Natalie was scheduled to appear. And when Joseline's involved, confrontation doesn't end in conversation. It ends in chaos. By the next morning, blogs were labeling it the reality TV scandal of the year. Natalie's following doubled overnight. Ballistic's comments section was flooded with snake emojis. And Joseline's fans were begging her to walk away before things got even uglier. But deep down, everyone knew Joseline Hernandez doesn't walk away quietly. She strikes back. The morning after Natalie Nunn's explosive revelation, the internet was still on fire. Every gossip blog, every YouTube channel, every Twitter page was dissecting the alleged affair between Natalie and Ballistic Beats. Screenshots of texts, blurry hotel photos, and even old clips of Joseline and Natalie together were being reposted non-stop. Fans noticed moments that suddenly felt different. The side-eye Joseline gave Natalie at an awards show. The awkward hug they shared backstage once. Now, people were claiming the tension made sense all along. Joseline didn't sleep that night. According to sources close to her, she stayed up pacing around her house, phone in hand, replaying every video and reading every comment. She was furious, not just at Natalie, but at Ballistic for putting her in this position. Their relationship had already survived years of public ups and downs, fights, rumors, and breakups. But this time felt different. This wasn't just drama. It was betrayal. Joseline kept saying, "He made me look stupid," on camera in front of the world. One insider revealed, Ballistic tried calling her several times, but she ignored him. Eventually, he showed up at their house early in the morning. Neighbors said they could hear yelling from inside. Joseline's voice was loud, angry, shaking. "You embarrassed me. You couldn't keep your business off these women," she reportedly shouted. Ballistic denied everything. He swore the texts were fake, that Natalie had edited everything for attention. But Joseline wasn't buying it. "You think I don't know how women like her play the game?" she said, slamming her phone down on the table. Meanwhile, Natalie was enjoying every minute of the chaos. She went live again, makeup flawless, confidence through the roof. "Let's be real, Joseline been insecure about that man," she said to thousands of viewers. "Ballistic hit me up first. I didn't go looking for him. He was talking about how she don't listen, how she treats him like an employee instead of a man." Then she pulled up another screenshot, a FaceTime call log that appeared to show Ballistic calling her late at night. The clip spread like wildfire. Fans couldn't believe how bold Natalie was being. "This is career-ending if it's real." One comment read. Others speculated that Natalie was lying to promote a new project, pointing out that both she and Joseline were involved in reality shows under the same network. But Natalie doubled down, saying, "I don't need clout from nobody. If you're going to come for the queen of bad girls, you better have your facts straight." By mid-afternoon, the situation had reached a boiling point. Joseline finally posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story. "Some of y'all love playing with demons until one shows up at your door." Fans instantly took it as a warning to Natalie. Within an hour, TMZ reported that Joseline was seen flying out to Los Angeles, the same city where Natalie lived. People close to Joseline said her team begged her not to go. They warned her that it could ruin her career if things got physical. But Joseline wasn't listening. "She doesn't care about PR right now," one associate said. "She feels disrespected, and when Joseline feels disrespected, she's unpredictable." When she landed in LA, cameras were waiting. Paparazzi caught her outside the airport wearing all black sunglasses on, jaw clenched tight. A reporter shouted, "Joseline, is it true you're confronting Natalie?" Later that evening, things took another wild turn. Natalie went live yet again, this time from what looked like a dressing room. "So, I hear Joseline's in town," she said with a smirk. "Girl, if you want to talk, come talk. But don't bring that same energy you bring on your show. I ain't one of your cast members." The comments section exploded. People began tagging Joseline, daring her to respond. And not long after, she did around midnight, Joseline posted a short video of herself outside what appeared to be a studio. She didn't say much, just looked into the camera and said, "You wanted attention? Now you got it." Fans immediately speculated that she was on her way to see Natalie in person, according to multiple witnesses. Both women ended up at the same industry event the next day. A private influencer mixer in downtown LA. The tension was thick from the moment Joseline walked in. People say she spotted Natalie across the room and stormed over without hesitation. "You got something you want to say to my face?" Joseline reportedly shouted. Natalie, never one to back down, stood up and said, "I already said it, and you know it's true." Security rushed in immediately, but the two women kept shouting over each other. Cameras were everywhere. Phones were up. Joseline called her a liar. Natalie called her delusional. The scene was pure chaos. At one point, Joseline threw her drink, and that's when everything broke down completely. Security had to drag both women apart as the crowd chanted, "World Star." Someone captured the moment and uploaded it online within minutes. The video went viral faster than anyone could imagine. Millions of views poured in overnight. Hashtags like hashtag JOSELINEVs, Natalie, and hashtag Ballistic scandal topped trending charts. Both women's names were plastered across headlines, and Ballistic's reputation took the hardest hit. After the altercation, Joseline went silent again. Her team released a vague statement saying she was focusing on her family and mental health. But insiders claimed she was devastated. "She's trying to act tough, but she's broken," a source revealed. She really believed Ballistic would never embarrass her like this. Natalie, on the other hand, kept adding fuel to the fire. In a now-deleted tweet, she wrote, "Ain't my fault, he wanted a real woman." Fans were divided. Some called her out for being messy. Others praised her for keeping it real. Then came the final twist. A leaked audio clip surfaced online, allegedly featuring Ballistic's voice saying, "Don't tell her nothing. She'll lose it." No one could confirm if it was real. But by that point, the damage was already done. Public opinion had turned, and Joseline's once solid empire was now surrounded by doubt and scandal. Behind the scenes, producers debated whether to use the footage for Joseline's show or keep it under wraps. Some wanted to capitalize on the drama. Others feared it would destroy her brand completely. But Joseline had the final word. She told them, "If they gonna make me the villain, then I'll give them the whole show." As she stared at her reflection in the mirror that night, makeup smeared and phone buzzing nonstop, Joseline whispered to herself, "They wanted the Puerto Rican princess. Now they gone get her." K's for Joseline Hernandez, betrayal isn't something you cry over, it's something you turn into war. And this war was far from over. The fallout from the confrontation between Joseline Hernandez and Natalie Nunn became one of the most talked about scandals in reality TV history. Within 24 hours, every entertainment blog, gossip page, and celebrity YouTube channel had a new headline about the chaos. The leaked videos of their altercation racked up millions of views. And clips of Joseline being held back by security played on repeat everywhere. Some called it iconic. Others said it was embarrassing. But everyone agreed Joseline was at her breaking point. Ballistic Beats, the man at the center of it all, was nowhere to be seen. For days, he stayed silent, avoiding social media altogether. Fans began demanding answers, tagging him under every post, begging him to explain what really happened. "You owe Joseline the truth," one comment read. "If Natalie's lying, prove it." But instead of speaking, Ballistic posted a single photo of himself in the studio with the caption, "Energy focused on music, not drama, was the worst thing he could have done. The comments erupted instantly. Focused on music while your relationship's burning. One user wrote. Another added, so you're not denying it. The silence only made things worse. Even those who wanted to defend him started losing faith. Rumors spread that Joseline had kicked him out of their Atlanta home, and that they were now living separately. Behind the scenes, Joseline was struggling to hold it together. Sources close to her revealed that she was alternating between rage and heartbreak. One minute she wanted to confront Ballistic face to face. The next she wanted to cut him off completely. She feels humiliated, a friend said. She built her brand on being strong and in control. Now the world sees her as the woman who got played, and that's killing her. Joseline eventually agreed to meet Ballistic in private to get answers. Cameras weren't allowed, but word quickly leaked that the conversation didn't go well. Ballistic continued to deny everything, claiming that Natalie had manipulated messages and fabricated evidence to create drama for publicity. He said he'd never even met Natalie alone, insisting that everything she said was a lie. Joseline listened quietly at first, but when she brought up the screenshots and audio clip, Ballistic hesitated just a little too long. She knew right then he was hiding something the insider shared. His reaction gave it away. Joseline reportedly threw her phone down and told him, "You ruined everything for attention." Ballistic tried to calm her down, saying she was overreacting, but Joseline wasn't buying it. That's when she said something that would later go viral when leaked online. "You made me look weak. And I don't forgive weakness, especially from my own man." That night, Joseline unfollowed Ballistic on every platform and deleted almost every picture of him from her social media. Fans noticed immediately. The move was seen as confirmation that the relationship was officially over. Blogs began reporting Joseline dumps Ballistic within hours. Natalie wasted no time adding to the fire. She went live again, laughing as she scrolled through headlines. "Told y'all she'd find out," she said with a smirk. Guess she knows who he really wanted now? Fans were disgusted, but couldn't stop watching. The feud had turned into a spectacle. Even celebrities started weighing in, some defending Joseline, others saying she finally got a taste of her own medicine. You can't treat people bad for years and expect karma to skip you. One reality star posted. But Joseline wasn't the type to sit in silence. A few days later, she broke her silence in an emotional interview, sitting across from a host wearing a simple black outfit. She didn't look like the loud, untouchable Puerto Rican princess fans were used to. She looked tired, raw, human. "I ain't perfect," she began, "but I've been loyal. When you love somebody, you give them everything. And when they embarrass you like that, it changes something inside you forever." Her voice cracked as she spoke, but she kept her composure when the interviewer asked if she believed Natalie's claims. Joseline took a deep breath and said, "All I know is real women don't need to broadcast pain for attention. If she wanted to talk, she could have called me. But instead, she wanted views. And Ballistic, well, he showed me who he is too. So I thank them both because now I'm free." That moment went viral. Fans flooded her comments with support, saying it was the most vulnerable they'd ever seen her. But Joseline wasn't done. That same night, she posted a cryptic tweet that said, "Every empire that falls can be rebuilt stronger." People immediately assumed she was hinting at a comeback. Meanwhile, Natalie was facing her own backlash. Her constant gloating started to turn fans against her. Some began questioning her evidence, calling out inconsistencies in her story. One fan even claimed to have proof that the screenshots Natalie posted were photoshopped. Still, Natalie refused to back down. "I don't need to prove nothing," she said in her final live session. "The truth's already out there." But privately, sources claimed she was feeling the pressure. Brands started pulling back from collaborations, not wanting to be associated with the negativity. She allegedly received calls from producers warning her that she was pushing things too far. But by that point, it was too late. The damage had been done. It was too late. The damage had been done. In the weeks that followed, Joseline began focusing on herself again. She returned to music, posting snippets from the studio with captions like, "Pain makes the best art." Fans rallied behind her, turning her heartbreak into a movement of empowerment. She even teased a new project titled The Princess Reborn. Rumor had it that the title track would address betrayal, fame, and survival, a direct message to both Ballistic and Natalie. Then came the final twist no one saw coming. Ballistic suddenly went live one night, clearly emotional. His voice shook as he said, "I never cheated on Joseline, but I wasn't honest about everything." He admitted that he had talked to Natalie privately, claiming it was for business. But it got too personal. He said he regretted it deeply and that he'd give anything to fix what he'd broken. Fans were divided. Some said it was too little, too late. Others felt sorry for him. But Joseline didn't respond, not publicly. Instead, she posted one simple video, her walking away from the camera in slow motion. With the caption, "Closure isn't a conversation, it's peace." The video instantly went viral, amassing millions of views. People praised her growth and strength, calling it her redemption era. And while Natalie continued chasing headlines, Joseline shifted gears completely. She began booking interviews about rebuilding her brand, turning her pain into power by the time weeks had passed. The scandal that once threatened to destroy her career had become the foundation for her reinvention. She was no longer just a Puerto Rican princess known for chaos and controversy. She was a woman who had survived public humiliation and came out even stronger. As for Ballistic, his reputation never fully recovered. He tried releasing new music, but fans weren't ready to move on. Natalie faded into the background. Her 15 minutes of viral fame burned out faster than it started. But Joseline, she thrived. Her story became a lesson in resilience, that even when the world turns its back on you, if you stand tall and own your truth, you can rise again. And when asked months later what she learned from the entire ordeal, Joseline said something that perfectly summed up her evolution. "Sometimes God lets people break you so you can finally rebuild without them. And that's exactly what I did." She smiled, looked straight at the camera, and added one last line that had fans cheering all over again. "I'm still the princess, just not anybody's fool anymore." This entire situation between Joseline Hernandez, Natalie Nunn, and Ballistic Beats has left fans completely divided. Some say Natalie was just chasing clout and used a false narrative to destroy Joseline's relationship, while others believe Ballistic's silence spoke louder than any denial ever could. But one thing everyone can agree on, Joseline's response was unforgettable. She faced humiliation, betrayal, and heartbreak in front of millions, yet somehow turned it into a story of power and rebirth. Now fans are asking, did Joseline truly forgive Ballistic? Or is her calm just the silence before another storm? Was Natalie exposing the truth, or just trying to stir chaos for fame? And most importantly, if everything Natalie claimed was true, why did Ballistic wait so long to come clean? These are the questions that keep this scandal alive, and it's only a matter of time before more receipts, footage, or behind-the-scenes details surface. Because in Joseline's world, nothing stays buried for long. Every betrayal finds its light, and every secret eventually spills. So what do you think really happened between Joseline, Natalie, and Ballistic? Was this a setup, a publicity stunt, or a moment of brutal honesty that backfired? Let me know your thoughts down below, because this story isn't over yet. The truth always finds its way out, and when it does, it might just shock everyone all over again.